Money, good money, you too. Check some stuff down. Cook for me. Sorry, I was running a little late. Breaking up? Yeah. It sounds like normal. I figure if I use my earphones. Well, we already know my earphones don't work with this. But we can try it. See that battery. Hey, let's see. Charge these guys. I gotta charge them anyway. I mean, it's what I get. I don't want to pay for a streaming service. I should go ahead and pay for StreamYard, but StreamYard would have been okay until they sold it. Now they want too much daggone money. Um, I used to be able to do my intros and outros and all that stuff, but they're like, nah. Okay, I'll try that. Hold on. Let's stick the mic. Let's set default. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Testing one, two, three. Okay, I'm back. Let me know if that worked. Probably not. 'Cause that's how we roll. That's how we roll. I'm gonna try not to bring in. I'm gonna try not to bring in what I wanted to talk about tomorrow, today. But yeah, I'll leave it in the book. Um, we. I don't know what about women. I don't know about women, but men, we are damned if we do it, damned if we don't. Literally, we're damned if we do it, damned if we don't. They've made up all these technical words for what we are, and half of them are not. Uh, First of all, let's start here. I am not a professional. This is for entertainment purposes only. Most of it's bullshit. Hey, thank you, associate. Um, I really do need to do my homework because I was looking up depression, and reason I was looking it up because bio bio sugar bio sugar it did a short. I don't know if it was a short on YouTube or YT or TT, Well, thank you too, Mike. YouTube. Well, Mike, you gotta understand this. You have a technical ear, a technical eye. It's a totally different. Oh, I already know. I already know. But I mean, there's nothing I can do. My earphones, you can't hear my earphones. Let's try these. And I'm in a bad place. Probably it's probably because I'm in a bad place. Okay, hold on. Let's see here. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Okay, give me a one if you can hear me, a two if it's just gibberish like always. um, but Body Sugar it said something about seasonal depression. Uh, oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, it probably ain't gonna work every day, but let's start today and leave it alone. Hold on. I have I have a mic. I just have to I need to see if I can find an adapter so I don't have to take my phone case apart, to use it. Yeah, she had did that, and it kind of man, I it touched on me so badly, and I hate that it's like a curse. I felt her pain that she was talking about because I was reminded of each time I was alone. And I remember the first few years that the first year I drove a truck. I did teams because I didn't want to be alone. But all kind of bad stuff happened, including a truck accident where I was like, look, I need to do this by myself. I had so many fears that I didn't want to be alone. But because being alone, it was just when I was with someone, I could fake. I could fake that I was okay. I could fake it, and I got good at faking it. You know, but I do remember feeling different during the winter. I do remember because she had said, I'm just using her. She said, look how she showed how the winter scene, and he says, and I'm not saying verbatim, but the way I interpret it, this should make you feel happy. And it doesn't. I remember going through the mountains of Colorado, and see a lot of companies uh, don't want you going west I think west of Denver on I-70 because it is dangerous as all get out. They'd rather you go around. But you got to go west on I-70 if you're very light. If you're not really heavy, because going on 80 will let me, have blowover. Um, but I remember going that way and I was just looking at this wonderful, wonderful, uh, dang it. I gotta switch back. My battery died on my earpiece. Hold on. We'll try that in 30 minutes. It shows you how it shows you how together we are on this channel. But I remember in the winter time on that side of the country seeing these beautiful landscapes and going, eh, whatever. And and I was I was trying to figure it out. And the fact is that you just being in survival mode, being in survival mode and wondering why you cannot be happy. Let's see here. And I started tearing up. And you see nowadays with these women, well, he's emotional and trying to have all this negativeness to having an understanding of your personal feelings. Like it's like you're damaged. I finally figured out I'm not damaged. I'm just trying to figure it out. You know, I'm just trying to figure out life. I'm just trying to figure out who I am. ARD kept on called me twice this morning, not knowing I was asleep. I bet the reason I'm late right now is because I didn't want to get up. Okay, but the fact is, he's that's why, bro. And I don't want to say nothing negative, but if I'm not dating anymore, I'm gonna make this work with the one I'm married to. I love her, and I'm gonna figure it out. And I'm going to keep on letting her know I appreciate her because I am not going to deal with no other motherfucker than the one I'm with now. So you ever have that woman say, if I pass, would you? No, I'm not. I'm staying by myself. I'm not dating. I'm not looking. Just leave me the fuck alone. If I figured out someone crazy enough to want to be with me, that's it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Because it was just like dude he was having a point in time. There's a video out, but he's going off on the train on this woman, and the guy says, "I told you, leave me alone. Stop talking to me." She couldn't stand the fact that he had to have the last word, but he was saying, "Leave me alone," because if I lose it, and I'm about to, and I knock the bejesus out of you, there's nothing you can do. You should hear the woman. Just shut the fuck up and leave me the fuck alone. Most people just want to be left alone. Just because you're having a bad day doesn't mean that everybody has to have a bad day. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to say you're sorry. Learn how to leave people alone. There's nothing wrong with having emotions. There's nothing wrong with being sad, happy, mad, whatever, as long as you have control over it. A lot of times we shut up because we don't want to make waves. My first marriage, I shut up for 26 years. When I finally opened up and said I've had enough, oh, well, we need to go to counseling. Too fucking late. And don't get me wrong, guys. I did my dirt. But I thought when I was repentant and turned, this was social media, when I was repentant and turned from my wicked ways, or I turned from my confused ways. This is what I want to say about Christians. That y'all be, oh, forgiveness, but when someone actually needs forgiveness, you give them the two fingers. When they actually show, I went from non-believing to leading Sunday school, and it still was not good enough. I took so much shit. I took so much shit. And I prayed and I prayed and I just, they'll come around. They'll come, nope. And then something just snapped at me and had enough. And when it snapped, then that's when they thought, let's work it out. No, no, I'm done. The Bible says, trust in the Lord with all thy heart. Acknowledge him in everything, and he shall direct your path. Trust in the Lord with all thy heart and lean not to thy own understanding. I finally figured out that lean not to thy own understanding because I kept on trying to do it my way. I remember that. I kept on trying to do it my way. When I finally said, Lord, and I talked to God like I'm talking to y'all, I said, Lord, I give the fuck up. I give the fuck up. Not oh Heavenly Father. No, Lord, I give the fuck up. I had enough. And I remember hearing a whisper say, finally. Norma showed, and then guess what? Two people showed up in my life. Charles, and this is so funny. After the accident, I mean, I was just devastated. That man got my daggone, I don't know how he did it, but he got my address. He got where with the hotel that we were staying in. He got the number to my room and everything. And said, hey, I'll help you through this. We've been friends ever since. Anything he wants, if it's within my power, he got it from me. Each one of us on YouTube, YT, TT, and everything else, we've been through something. We've been through something. Most of us have been through something that you can't even blurt out. It's so horrific. But you made it through to the other side. I should have did my homework because there's so many types of depression. I know I've been through a few of them. One of them is a chemical imbalance up here. It's actually a chemical imbalance. That's what my best friend Vincent has said a million times that he goes to. And he was so ashamed to tell me over the years, I didn't even know. And he said it came by because of, you know, he's on a CPAP machine. And for like 10 years of not breathing right, the chemical imbalance messed up in his head. I was like, wow. You know, I didn't even know. We, especially black folks, you guys see that video? There was uh, uh, a young man, clearly, we're not even going to sugarcoat this, clearly needs to be institutionalized. He has ripped the door off of his bedroom. He has destroyed everything in his room and everything in um, the living room and everywhere else. The mother or the grandmother, he kicked one of them, drop kicked them, and one of them had frying pan, but you could tell it was Walmart special. It was a light one. I would have knocked him upside the head with a cast iron pan and then called the right people. He needs to be institutionalized. We will put our family member in the back bedroom and not get them no help. There is always some type of help, even not with a non. You can go to the state and they have programs that can help you. And sometimes it's chemical. Sometimes you just need to talk it out. Sometimes you just need how to work it out. Here's a guy I wish I had the money to get a consultation. He literally tells you every time you have this thought, tell yourself, I am in a better place. I I have made it through. I am not in danger anymore. I can let this go. Every time you have that negative thought, I am in a better place. I am in a better place. I have done it. I've made it through. There's been many a times I sat in this truck. It felt like daggers was going through my chest. There's nothing physically wrong with me, but emotionally I was just so lonely, and I was like, well, I should have stayed and took the abuse. Nah, nah, I should have stayed and took the no. This too shall pass. This loneliness shall pass. Now I wake up, I'm giggling, and I have my routine to make my cup of coffee. I have my routine. I've been on a junk food kick. I need to get it back out. I need to get off of that. I think it's the salt in it. But like right now, I'm in uh, northern Kentucky. I'm heading into Indiana. I believe, yeah, Indiana. Um, but and I remember hearing someone say, "Look, when you're sad, when you're lonely, don't listen to sad and lonely music because it'll make it worse." It will magnify it and don't do that. Exercise, eat better, get yourself back into that point. And I'm not saying go full Hulk mode, but start walking. And I'm planning to tell my wife, but I'm gonna be walking with her every day. Not cause I want to, but we need to spend some time together. My wedding anniversary is coming up. We've been together 9 years, and together 11. It's the first real relationship I've ever had. She don't even realize that boy. She loves those cups. The the cups that stay cold all the time. She loves those cups. Well, I got a really huge one. I think it. I mean, it's really, really huge. I think it carries a gallon. She's gonna, she's gonna, she's gonna freaking love it. And for and the other thing I got, it's not what do you call it? Um, it's not lovey dovey. Let me say that it ain't lovey dovey or romantic, but it's this piece of equipment you see found on TikTok. She's got the sensors on her tires. The light is on. This piece is made specifically for a GM car, which is the type of car she got. She got a Cadillac. Um, it's supposed to reset those sensors. So I got her that and that, because one, I know she gonna use that it needs it. And I got something coming the following week for not Thanksgiving, for Valentine's Day. I said all that to say this. When you came into my life and didn't make yourself a burden and made yourself something that I could focus on, that I could start fixing my personal problem. I started losing weight not because I wanted to, not because it was healthy, not because of anything that is right in what everything is right in what y'all saying. But I started losing weight because I loved the way she looked at me. Once I started losing weight and lost weight, she got jealous. And that's another story. But I got hurt, but now I'm better. In each situation, it's helped me just to deal with life. Life has its ups and downs. I never wanted to deal with them. When you're with the right person, you learn how to deal with the ups and downs of life, the ups and downs of your situation, the ups and downs of your reality. What you don't realize, there is someone around that wants to see you succeed. There's someone around that wants to help you be a better you. And you don't realize it because a lot of us are not used to someone caring. A lot of us are not used to someone giving a flip. I want to see you succeed. And I don't even know you. I want to see you be the better you. You know, a lot of us don't want to tell we're going through something because all we hear is, "You're in my prayers." Well, is there anything else can I do? You know, someone just to say, hey, give me a call. Technically, I'm not allowed to speak to women. I know that rule. I'm married. I'm not allowed to speak. Those could be. It got to be through the online. Or I can talk to you on this, but I ain't allowed to speak to women. And oh, you're with or whatever. No, that's called respect. I ain't disrespecting my wife. No, she need to be. And if I talk to you, she need to be there. You know what I'm saying? It's called respect. If you ever see me in public, you say hello to her first. Don't just come straight to me. Yeah, I mean, none of y'all live near me anyway. But if you ever see me, if I ever come to any YouTube function and you see me and my wife, say something to her first. I remember this is so funny. My best friend's sister, Andrea, I've known her for she's over 50 years, 47, somewhere. I told her, I said, when you see me at his wedding, when Vince got married, you go straight to my wife first, then say something to me. I figured that stuff out. When you learn how to respect your spouse, you'll learn how to live and you'll learn how to deal with everything. Because even that, I started having flashbacks. And I said, because everybody's always saying men are weak and all that. I said, honey, am I a simp? Am I? She said, who told you that? Who told you that crap? I said, no one. I said, no, far from it. And I started laughing. It puffed up the chest. We don't, there's no book that teaches us how to deal with controlling. That it's stop saying it, kids. Stop telling your little boys don't cry. They don't cry. Bullshit. But just saying, hey, it's all right. You know what happened. Blah blah. Find out. It's okay because tears are the relief valve for the soul. If you don't learn how to release it, something is going to snap it. Something is going to break. You don't teach. You don't teach your children. If no one's taught you conflict resolution, something's going to break. Something is going to break. We have to learn that we make mistakes. You compromise, compromise, and compromise because you don't want to hurt nobody's feelings, but your feelings get hurt in the process. Make it make sense. Got my feelings hurt a month or two ago. My son wanted to prove that Charlie Kirk was just holier than thou Christian, but everybody knows that he was staging these things that make him look all the great. But the 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 group that he ran, he was given millions of dollars by white supremacists that made that he made that group that everybody has kicked Nicki Minaj to the. And then he sends me a video of this, and three of the people have that are hugging this black woman with the baby, the black babies of God, or whatever. The three women have "Make America Great" hats on. Really, son? Really? Do you see what I mean? And I had to let it go. I said, you know what? I can't have you in my life. You're my son. I love you, but and I'll always be there. And he didn't even hear that. But I have everything that's in my life is I'm working on positivity. Everything in my life, I'm leaving the negative stuff on. If you're gonna be this, if you're gonna be a trumper, I can't have you in my life. I mean that. We can agree to disagree, but not with this. Not with this. And people are wondering why. See, the people that were around before my era were of a different breed. Got attacked by dogs and water hoses and fought for the freedoms that our people are they're slowly trying to take away now. And then they wonder, well, why ain't black people stepping in? We told y'all this was going to happen. Yeah, all the YouTube folks that were in our YouTube went to TikTok and YouTubing the crap out of it. YouTube this and you know, they TikTok. They're not getting paid no more because they sold it to a Trump supporter billionaire. They took the U.S. version, and you're not allowed to say certain things. You couldn't get the viewers on here. Like me, I can't get them, but I'm not giving up. But I'm look right now. We talking right. You went over there. You got all these views, but you need to come back over here and talk to the people that's got real views. Y'all need y'all need to hit Ray Lachey up and ask, hey, how'd you do it? She heading for 10,000. I'm like, yo, go, girl. Cause she's funny as heck. And it's so funny. I said, and I asked her, how'd you do it? She said, I got it was some disorder, and she just let and said, I gotta keep doing it. You gotta keep doing it. You gotta keep pushing, and you gotta have something that people want to see. You can't be like, as the herbalists say, you can't be boring. Can't be boring. And God forbid, don't go over the lemonade. There's so many bots over there. I'm about to delete my thing. So many bots on lemonade. Oh my God. It makes think like the place is full, but it's all bots. You know? And see, I already know you're a bot. When you send me you automatically get deleted and blocked. When you send me a, hey baby, how you doing? I look, wait, man. That don't work with me. I'm too old for that mess. Hey baby, I don't know you. I ain't even allowed to talk to you. Deuces, bro. And I'm saying all of that to say this. Sometimes you just need someone to vent to. If you need someone to vent to, come over here. We'll talk. If you need to figure it out, we're here for suggestions. We're here for resolutions and, 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 and storytelling. If AIT says this, he says, I think he listens because I open up. I just can't help it because I got so many of them. I got so many of them. I'm gonna do it short before I leave. And it's the story. I call it because now I'm looking at the fact that I've been with this woman for 11 years. Before that, dating nightmares. I remember I did I did a video, not a video, but when I was dating on online whatever, and this one lady said, "Send me." The one lady said, "Send me a side picture of yourself," because I'm looking decent from the front. But one of those side pictures, I said, "Okay, that's that side picture." That's when I was 300 plus, and she said back, "Well, you're fat." I was like, "Yeah," and I mean, and he didn't say it in a nice way, and in the conversation, he says, "So when are you gonna come visit me?" I said, "I'm not." She said, "Why not?" I said, "Because you said I was fat." See, all of this, people use excuses for being an asshole. Well, I'm just keeping it 100. No, you're an asshole. Because the same thing was said to me, and it was said in a way that made me want to lose weight. My girlfriend at the time, who was my wife now, touched me on my face and said, I finally found you. Hey, good morning, Urban. I finally found you, and I want you to be around. I need you to be around. That was that was a kind way of saying, "Hey, fat boy, you need to lose some weight." And I was like, "Oh, okay." It's the way you say it and the way you portray it, people will accept it. We always throw out the way it was thrown at us to people that have no idea what that's what's happening. Because if the whole world has hurt you, the whole world has disgusted you, that's even if the right person comes along, I'm still going to be a dick. How's that working for you? Why not treat people like you want to be treated? Stop trying to look for the excitement in people and make your own excitement. In our house, I got it. updated. We have what's called an adventure wall. All of our cruises, all of our things that we've done together, and it just reminds me that I can be happy. It just reminds me that I can be normal and can figure it out. You can be normal and you can figure it out and you can deal with it. You just have to be steady about it. Everything isn't world ending, but you can learn from it and it can be preventable. I'm learning now that I don't need all these damn credit cards. I think you know what I think it is. I get this phlegm up in me when I do my lives because it's breaking up whatever's in my chest, and like they just say it with your chest. I say all of that to say this: you're gonna have some valleys, you're gonna have some valley experiences, you're gonna have some mountaintop experiences, you're gonna be have some climbing, and you're gonna have some descending back into the valley. If you work on it, you'll be prepared for each and every one. Right now, it's straight up dangerous out here. I'm looking at ice on the freaking road right now, and I gotta be leaving in a minute. The highway is okay. This parking lot ain't. I remember I pulled up and I did a video. I pulled up and it was the whole place was iced. I'm like, oh man, I went for it, but it like took about 4 or 5 runs before and then I made the wrong turn. The guy was waving me off like, "Don't go that way." I'm like, "Motherfucker!" I finally got the truck rolling, and then I backed up again, and finally, and he was explaining that. I said, "Okay." And what I did was I have airbags that for the trailer that'll drop the trailer onto the fifth wheel harder. I dropped the airbags and made me a little bit more heavier, and that's what got me up the hill. Um, I'm just reminded of what years of experience, and it is what it is. Um, After this load, I drop off. The other one I pick up. It's time to go home. I got to do a few things. I'm gonna do some yard work videos, and just reminding me this this camera is coming with me on the boat. I'm taking all my cameras, so I'm gonna be doing a lot of videos trying to figure out how to do and what to do. This one actually you can flip the top piece around and clip it to yourself. So I might just be walking around with it on. I don't know yet. I just gotta figure out um better better stuff. But what helped my mental, what helped my mental. I'm gonna say this. This is what helped me. A lot of times we pray for people. I'll pray for you. No, this is what helped me. When I got with Norma, I started watching her, figure out how did she get herself together? She tell me her stories. One of them, bill pay book. Pay your bills. I said, well, she pays the bills. She's happy. Let me try that. Um, Another one was conflict resolution. Another one was lose weight. Another thing that helped me was look and learn from each situation. Look for the good in everything. But the other day they made me leave this spot because of the trailer. If I'd have took the trailer with me, I would have been probably jobless and stuck because the company GPS sent me on the wrong road. So if I had the trailer, I'd have been in deep kimchi. You see what I'm saying? Now that I look for everything is a world ending, but I look for the good in everything. It's always something. Go learn something. I look for it. I listen to positive music. I start my day positive. Don't end that way, but I started that way. You see what I'm saying? Gotcha. I see, Mike. Thanks. And yeah, I'm working on bringing it home. Going around, been around the world and I. Oh, you know what I mean. Um, if you're going through something, you don't want to tell the whole story. Hint at it. Maybe we could come together and give you some ideas. Maybe you could take that hodgepodge and it might help you with your life situation. You see what I'm saying? It's like last but not least, Urban was talking about I hate shoveling. I seen this one battery powered broom thing, and it was real small, and man, it was blowing at the store, getting it all over the place. I'm like, well, I need to find out how much that is. Maybe get that and send that up to Canada. You see what I mean? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. All right, guys. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for listening to the bull crap. As I would say, for entertainment purposes only. And as always, coming up next, uh, wellness is going to take the stage. Positive affirmations and fashion sense. Cruising is fun anytime. After that, at 9 o'clock, and Miss Steve with the T at 9:15. As always, if you don't think nobody loves you, then I love you and God loves you. Y'all have a blessed day. Don't be stressed. Try not to be stressed, but you can be a better person than you was the day before. We'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna be stressed out tomorrow. It's gonna be early because it's time to go home. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully I have enough hours. If not, I'm gonna be mad like a mother. All right. Deuces. Oh, as always, think nobody loves you. I love you. God loves you. Later.